We've just finished the first Global Footwear Retail Conference during APLF in Hong Kong, and I'm here today with one of the presenters, who is Miss Carson Louis, who is the Marketing Director of Belle International, and she's based in Shenzhen at Belle's head offices in mainland China. Good afternoon, Carson. Nice of you. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you. Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to share my experience with all those people from the world. Yeah.
One of the first things you said in your presentation was that Belle has over 19,000 shops, mainly in China and in Hong Kong.
Yes,
it's a very big figure. How do you manage these, considering that Belle is a vertically integrated organization?
Yeah, because since we are vertically integrated, we can control the whole process of the logistics. So it's important to keep a constant supply of goods throughout that vast retail network. And also in our company, we operate in a quite decentralized way. So meaning that our 11 regional offices, they can have the flexibility, they can have the freedom to expand into the market. So we work closely together with the regional markets to study on the market potential, to study about the brand development, etc. So I think it's a combination of the both way to make us the Belle today.
So, for example, the regional office in northern China, which I understand is based in Beijing, will that have a different marketing plan, for example, to the regional office based, let's say, in Hong Kong? How would that differ?
Yeah, I would put it this way because the brand positioning is handled by the headquarters. So we have a very clear positioning of each of our ladies' shoes brand. But we know that the market development or the retail expansion is maybe a little bit different in China or in Hong Kong. Say, for example, China, the retail network is still dominated by department stores. And so we will invest more heavily on that channel. Versus in Hong Kong, department store, you can't really find any department store. So it's more a shopping mall scenario. So dealing with shopping mall is totally different with department store. So we will base on the business development, the market requirement, the consumer to expand into different market.
How retail sales work in Chinese department stores compared to, say, how shoe sales work in European and United States department stores? Because I understand that the department store in China doesn't buy anything.
Yes, that's correct. They just lend you the space. So they will charge us mostly on a concession basis. So we agree on the percentage of the concession, and then we'll open our shops with our own fixture, with our own product. So unlike the European department store, they have a big merchandising team. They can buy from different brands. But in China, the brands will handle everything for themselves. So that's the main difference. So from product, from logistic promotion, the brand has to handle on their own.
So obviously this model fits in exactly with the vertical integration, because you're vertically integrated from sourcing the raw materials right down to retailing to the final consumer.
Yes, I think it's especially important when talking about fashion, because we have to make sure that our stock, our design can meet the market ASAP. So if we can make the whole logistic process on our own hand, we can guarantee the style, the timing when the goods can arrive at the hands of our consumers.
I understand that Belle has its own brands, its own models of footwear. But you also mentioned in your presentation that you are moving more towards multi-brand and multi-channel retailing. Can you expand on that, please?
Yeah, because as the retail environments are changing and the consumer needs are changing, so the new generation, they are more acceptable to a lot of different products and different brands. So we are exporting multi-brands shops in order that we can meet more consumer demands. So in our multi-brand shops, we not only sell our own brands, we'll introduce some new and exciting brands inside the shop to make it a special attraction to our consumer. So far we have been working together with brands like Flip-Flop, brands like Butterfly Trees, Mao, and they are quite popular among the younger generations because they are quite special in terms of design or materials or function. So they can complement with our own brands and give a better choice to our consumer.
Is Belle directing its efforts to, let's say, the whole range of consumers from, let's say, children to senior citizens? Do you sell to everybody, or do you specialize more in 20 to 30-year-olds? How do you segment the market in that sense?
Most of our brands are targeted to the more central age, meaning the bulk of our consumer are those people aged at 25 to 45. Yeah, because they need shoes to go to work, they need shoes to go for their special occasion on weekends. So these are the biggest part of our market. We do have kids shoes, children's shoes, but it's just account for a very small part of our business portfolio.
Talking about foreign brands, do foreign brands form part of your multi-brand portfolio? For example, brands manufactured in Europe, for example. Would you import a French brand and sell it in a Belle store, for example?
At this point of time, we don't have brands from directly manufactured in France or Italy selling at our multi-brand store. We will further explore this direction because as there's a more and more high-end shopping malls running their business in China, we see that there's a potential of importing brands from France or Italy directly, those high-end, more good quality product. So we'll explore that direction very soon.
Yeah, and that will depend obviously upon the changing demographics and disposable income profile of the population. You know, more and more people are gradually moving into the middle class in China.
Yes, because as they go out for holidays in Europe or in Hong Kong, they see a lot of brands and they are interested in those brands. So the problem is how to introduce them to China and how to grow them. So that may take quite a period of time to do that.
So just to conclude here, the foreign brands which you're working on introducing, say from France or Italy, for example, these do not form part of the traditional vertical integration. You're becoming slightly horizontal on an international basis. Would it be correct to say that or not?
Yes, I think that will happen in our multi-brand shops, and because that multi-brand shop concept is to offer a good variety of choices, and one of them is international choices to our consumer. So we will explore more brands with character, they're unique, and maybe with history, something like that, so the Chinese consumer can try them on.
Final question. Does Belle International have any plans to expand to other continents, Europe or the United States?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we just opened 2 shops in Japan. Yeah, we have a partner in Japan. They are from the fashion industry, and they are very experienced in the Japan retail market. So we will take careful steps to expand our product and the brand in foreign countries.
Do you have a final comment on the conference, on the Global Retail Footwear Conference, which has just finished? What was your impression of it as a first event?
Yeah, I think it's a very successful event. I can see people from all over the world. Some of them may be retailers, some of them manufacturer, or even they are from the sourcing industry. So I think it's a good chance for all of us working in the fashion and retail or even the footwear industry to sit down together and share our experience. That's a very good opportunity.
Yeah, that was precisely the idea behind the conference.
Yeah.
Carson Lee, Marketing Director of Belle International, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.